the bouncing red dog. Follow the bouncing red ball. Remember that game you played in elementary school? The ground is cold. There's a nice dew. Sunrise now, just a couple of minutes before 6. Gulls have been waking me up for the last hour. There must be some fish out there. Did you hear there's a high surf advisory in effect for the coast of Massachusetts on our Wednesday? It's Tuesday today, so 24 hours from now, something's gonna happen. Oh wow, look at the moon. It's pretty. It's the waning gibbous sturgeon moon. There's been a major change in the guidance suite since yesterday. The Euro came in last evening from the afternoon run with 2 to 3 inches of rain for Boston. The Euro has been terrible with precipitation. The Euro has been adamant that that storm was going to be way out to sea, but then yesterday it shifted way to the west. And then overnight, the latest guidance with the Euro is back kind of out to sea with about a ½ inch of rain for Boston. And now the GFS has 2 to 3 inches of rain for Boston. Follow the red bouncing ball. Yesterday we said game not over just because the guidance suite on Sunday all shifted out to sea. Weather and weather forecasts both are like waves. See the flag going back and forth and back and forth. That's what weather forecasts do also. So you can't just keep changing your forecast every day because the guidance suite shifts a little bit. Where's that plane? Noisy, 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 all the time. What you forecasting, Noisy? A couple inches of rain for tomorrow? Okay, let's go to the GFS, please. Well, actually, let's start with the morning satellite imagery. Tropical tidbits. Levi, you are such a cool dude, sharing all this for nothing, for free. I'm going to contribute. Anyhow, thunderstorms are erupting just south of the benchmark right now. Benchmark being 40 degrees north, 70 degrees west. We call it the benchmark because our biggest storms cross the benchmark. And we've actually had several benchmark low pressure systems in the last few weeks between the heat waves, but they've been flat and they've been moving east and they've delivered nothing. But this one's not going to be flat. It's going to be higher amplitude. There's a cutoff low forming over New England, and the map for early Wednesday shows that low just coming north of benchmark right into Nantucket. It's not the strongest low, but there's a strong high to the north, so that's why we're going to have winds out of the north and northwest from 20 to 30 miles an hour for tomorrow. And the seas are going to build to probably 4 to 8 feet, so I agree with the National Weather Service there. But because this is such a close inside runner, we're not going to have great surf. Anyhow, here's the sunset forecast. That low pressure system comes right up, and it's just offshore tomorrow evening, and that's way farther west than any of the guidance had at the Euro yesterday afternoon. Actually brought it in there too. And then here is Thursday morning. The low goes to the coast of Maine. It may actually wobble to the west and then out. I used to call that the blizzard loop because influential blizzard in 1978 looped south of Cape Cod. So whenever I see a low pressure getting caught by an upper level low and looping towards the north and then the west and then out. Henri did that last summer. Remember that? Anyhow, this is no Henri. The rain's going to be pretty intense with the temperature and dew point pegged near 60 degrees in Boston tomorrow. A delightful, cold, rainy, windy day that's going to soak the ground. Best news. And as for the surf, not great news because this low is so close. It's not a ground swell, it's a choppy wind swell, and that diminishes very quickly. So maybe Thursday morning we get a little bit of surf. Confidence forecast, by the way, confidence in the forecast is way up now because this is now within 36 hours. So like I said, you know, one model goes this way and then that way, and then as you get closer, you finally focus in, and it looks like the NAM was onto something a couple of days ago, but even though now the NAM is sort of the farthest out to sea and the weakest, but I think that's going to come around. So I am totally in the GFS camp of a solid soaker for tomorrow. And then temperature rebounds back into the 80s by Thursday afternoon and Friday. And the weekend, there's actually another low well south of Nantucket that may generate a ground swell, but not the greatest news for surf. Probably do a surf cast. I had something I didn't share yet from Saturday. We had a nice day of crabbing on the Bass River. I'll leave you with that, and maybe another update this afternoon if warranted. What's in the bucket?
What you got? All right.
Can I grab one?
Yeah, do what you want.
Look at this. Larissa was right. You had to wait till August. We're making a run for it.
No, you don't.
Work too hard for those guys.
Blue crab season, Dennis. In Dennis.